Greetings everyone, welcome to Advanced. This game is from the esports World Cup, and here whoever loses this game is actually going to go out of the winners bracket and go into the going to have to play in the losers bracket. So it's a huge one, and here with the white pieces we have levon aronian, and with the black pieces we have andrey esipenko. So definitely experience versus youth, experience versus prodigy, and this game is going to be one great one. So without further ado, let's start with this game. We have e4 by levon, e5, and here's knight to f3, knight to c6, going for the kingside variation, bishop to c4, Italian game, and knight to f6. And we have d3, bishop to e7, just bishop to c3, all main line castles, a4, and here just d6 castles, and bishop to g4, just spinning that knight, but just h3, bishop to h5, and here bishop to e3, but now immediately going for the same line as just going for knight to d4, knight bishop captures, e captures, knight to d5, and here knight captures, bishop captures, and might seem like an easy draw, which it would have been, but here just c6, and here the bishop moves back, bishop captures on f3, queen captures, g6, but now here opposite colored bishops, if it goes into the end game, there isn't going to be a draw. Here just g3, but now here king to g7, and here rook a e1. We have queen to a5, and here just now going for king to g2, rook a e8, and here h4 h5, not allowing those pawns to be pushed, because that can lead to very bad things. And here h4, a queen to d1, and here just going for this bishop to d8. Now both players trying to remaneuver their bishops, trying to get them to good squares, and we have f4. Now aronian is definitely trying to absolutely crush and esipenko, and we have this f5, just a defensive move. I mean, nothing too fancy, because it's not doing anything much right now, and it's not a blunder either. And here rook to e2, but now here queen to c5, queen to e1. Now if you trade, then there's going to be some pressure. Here bishop to a5 was played, attacking the queen, queen moves, and here is king to f6. King to f6, insanely brave by andrey esipenko. I mean, but there is a fine line between bravery and stupidity. And here just rook to c1, but here just rook to e7, and here e captures, rook captures, queen captures, and queen captures on f5. And where we have c3, just asking for that trade, but just d5, not bothered about it. c4, but now here just d captures. We have bishop captures. This bishop is an extreme, and here in this position, you can see that the bishop is very powerful as compared to dark square bishop. So here just bishop to b4, trying to remaneuver that bishop, but here just rook to c2. And here king to g7, just getting that king back. That king to f3 was not, king to f6 was not a good move. And here just queen to f2, queen to d7, and here rook to e2. Rook to e8, now see a trade of rooks, rook captures, queen captures, and here queen captures on d4. Now white is up a pawn, but will he be able to capitalize on it? Or will andrey esipenko just come in a clutch and win the game? But here just king to h6, that king is a very safe king there. Nothing can touch it. Here just bishop to e6, and in this position this bishop to e6 is such a beautiful move, opens up an attack on the bishop, but also you cannot capture, because if you capture, then this is checkmate. So you have to be very much careful about that. But here after bishop to e6, you could also play, let's say you decide to defend the bishop, so let's say you play a5, but then comes f5, and now you can see this diagonal opens up, and it's going to be very much difficult. Now here queen to e8, trying to hold on to everything in this, and but now just comes queen to e5, and now you can see that there's a bit of trouble. And here after bishop to d6, attacking the queen, you capture the a5 pawn, and after g captures, now you play queen, now you capture it, because now the bishop is actually defended. And here queen to e7, but now here queen to d2 check, and here king to g7, d4, and white is going to have an absolutely amazing game, and in Levin's hand it's mostly going to be winning. But here after bishop to e6, you play queen to e7, and that's the only good move in this position. And here king to f3, but now does now this king to f3 work? Because king to f6 was not a good move, but king to f3, does it work? Well, unfortunately for andrey esipenko, as ugly as it looks, it works. And here a5, but now f5, and now you can see the problem, because in this position you have to play, the move that you have to play is queen to f8, guarding everything again, and it looks scary and looks hefty. But here after king to g2, you play bishop to e7, and here after f captures, now you play queen to f6, queen to e3 check, king captures on g6, and here after d4, white is up a pawn, but most likely it's going to be a draw. But here after f5, andrey esipenko in less time on the clock played g captures, and it just completely blunders the game. You can see the bar shoot up. So I'm going to ask you to pause the video and try and find out the absolute best move, which completely ends the game right on the spot, while I give you a couple of seconds. So congratulations to everyone who's able to find this move, and the move is bishop captures, and there is nothing black queen can do, or the bishop for that matter. There are no checks in this position. There is nothing you can do. Here queen to f8 was played, but it's a bit too late for this move, because here queen to f4 check, king to g7, queen to g5 check, king to h8, queen caps on h5 with a check, and here now once the queen moves, this is checkmate. So in just 42 moves, levon aronian was able to beat andrey esipenko in game 2. Andrey esipenko is going to have white pieces, and he's in a must-win situation. So let's see what he does. So Thank you all for watching. I'll be coming back with games like these, so do subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. And yeah, thank you all. I'll be coming back with such games. Thank you.